back now, and we're bringing to you a super dope manager, Michelle B. She's an LA-based manager, so we're hoping that you're going to learn some things, you're going to have some takeaways from her experiences, and that her testimony will inspire you.
Well,
Hi, Michelle. How are you?
hi. How are you doing?
Awesome, Queen.
Thank you. Well,
How are you
I do
holding up?
appreciate you inviting me. Thank you. I'm doing all right. We just busy. That's all.
I bet. Absolutely. It's such an honor to be able to interview with you when you spend this time. You could be doing anything. You can be working with your clients, but you came on here to inspire our platform. So we're so grateful and gracious to you for doing this for us, Queen.
You're absolutely more than welcome.
Awesome. So we had a couple of technical difficulties, but that's what it's like when you're working with social media in COVID and in 2020.
Yes, it is. You know, this is a very different time right now, and dealing with all this social media and technology and trying to do auditions and stuff is it's crazy. I learned something new just yesterday. So
really?
yeah, yes. Some of the castings is using an app.
Okay.
And the app, you have to install it. Then from there, you go into what they call the tech room. They invite you in, you know, almost like if you're at the casting office and you have to check in.
Okay.
And then you sit down, you wait in the waiting room, and then you go in and do what you need to do. Well, yeah, you dial one number to check in to make sure your camera and stuff is straight. Then you hang up, you dial another number to walk into the audition room.
Wow.
Crazy. Yeah. So it's not just Zoom. Yeah, you really have to be prepared. And so I think at this time, everybody needs to have their self-taping and recording on point. It is a must. A must.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
That's a great note right there, guys. Write that down. Make sure that self-taping and all your recording is on point. Well, let's just jump into it. I kind of already did an intro before you came on here, so they know who's here with us. We have Michelle B. She's an amazing manager. You guys connect with her. I dropped her Instagram handle below. I also dropped my Angelica Marion Instagram handle and the F.A.T.E Global Instagram handle. So connect with all of us and continue to grow with Michelle and see what she's doing. Just so that you know, we do a spotlight artists every week, managers, talent, managers, agents, all of that, actors, all of that, because we're hoping that your stories and the different things that you experience, as well as your skill set, can inspire another. So that's the purpose of this interview today. So I know a lot of people are wondering, they see you as a manager, they see you doing what you've been doing for the time frame that you've been doing it, but they don't understand the grit and the grind that had went into where you are currently. So can you kind of share how you got into the entertainment industry? How did that happen for you?
Merely by accident.
Really?
I'm just going to be honest with you. No, realistically, you know, me being how I am, I came in because of my child, basically. And so what had happened was, you know, I got a little frustrated. You know, I was helping with the headshots, connecting and all of this stuff when we were down south. And so when we came here to California, you know, good connections in the Atlanta area, but he wanted to come here. So it was like, all right, well, you know, we're going to do this. We'll be here temporarily. We'll get you planted. And then we're going to head back to the South. Well, I really got irritated with the way things worked here. Okay. And because I am just a very direct and straightforward person. Nice. I'm not one to, I don't like to deal with a bunch of mess, you know, or you nice and you're not really doing what you ain't messy. Yeah, so I don't have time for that. So I was like, you know what? If I build the connections, I'm going to get you working. I'm going to do what we need to do. And we wind up getting with a really great manager who had been in the industry for over 30 plus years. Wow. With a wealth of information. And she took me under her wing. And the fact is, I already had a managerial background because I come from corporate. Right. So it was just knowing in how to work this entertainment thing and, you know, the networking situation. And of course, the little technical things and, you know, how the etiquette here. And so I worked with her as an assistant to an associate. And then I wanted to brand off into a different, you know, into the Atlanta market. So I had moved over to another management company very shortly. And things just didn't work out there because, once again, I'm very direct. Right. So I decided, you know what, I guess it's God's timing. So I went ahead and I started my own. Nice. And then grew. I'm keeping it small. That's one thing I will do. I'll keep it always small, under 55 people. Nice. And so I'm like at 51 right now. And we've just had a really great time, but still having a corporate mindset of business. My attitude was, well, we know that it's going to take time to develop, to grow, to see things, but no, it's moving. And even during the process of COVID and things being shut down, you know, they gave me an opportunity to really start connecting with casting directors, getting my clients in to do some open calls, because at that point they got very personal because nothing was working. So therefore they had to do something, because we know that when this wave really start opening up, it's going to be a major overlap of a lot of productions, a lot of things going on. So the handful of the go-to actors that they've had, they're not going to be able to utilize because everybody's going to be overbooked. Right. So now is the fluctuation for these new actors to really be prepared and get themselves seen and working, so they can start getting those credits, because it's going to be available. So with that, that's my story, you know. So I've enjoyed it. My key thing is I'm very passionate about getting people to where they want to go. And so, you know, it's just my drive. You gotta go. I'll make a plan. We'll work together and we'll get you there. So
is that what you enjoy most about being a manager? What do you enjoy most about the process?
The process is seeing folks get to their success, being a part of them seeing their movement and going from one step to another. Right. And yeah, just that.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's amazing. We love people like you. Now, of course. Now, could you kind of talk about, because we have a couple fresh new actors that are joining us, and they probably don't necessarily know the difference between the role of a manager and an agent. So can you kind of speak to that?
I most certainly can. Your managers are the personal. They're personal person. We're here to help you develop, make sure that you got the right headshots, you got the right, you understanding your resume, making sure that you're in the training, preparing you for auditions, and getting you ready. Your agent, in all honesty, is to submit. They do the submissions. They're not going to be as up close and personal with you, because they will have more of a larger clientele base. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And they're going to focus strictly on submissions. And they really do. They have a very close bond with a lot of the casting directors and stuff, because you know, they just have their certains. And then you have those managers who build that, like I do, and most managers do. But it is for us to get you ready for an agent. It is for us to make sure that we are the go-to between you and the agent. The agent is doing what they're needing to do, and you're doing what you need to do. We are the cushion for when an agent got an issue with that client, and that actor ain't doing what they're supposed to do. Instead of that agent taking that time out to deal with that, they'll give that to the manager. The manager will handle that.
Right. And makes sense.
Yeah, that's what it is. We manage your career, and your agent will deal with your acting. And like with me, I don't. Some managers don't do that, but with me, because I'm very personal, my goal is to get you where you want to be. Meaning, you know, we work on branding, we work on everything, and then you know, I got some clients that are writing, so you know, the avenue of acting will introduce them, then we can go towards that producing side, and I have some singers, and so vice versa. Right. So yeah.
Awesome. That's awesome. So you do manage more than just actors. You manage singers. You have a plethora of different artists that you manage.
I do.
Awesome. I see a couple questions are coming into the comment box. If you guys don't mind, if you could put questions for Michelle into the question box, that would be great, because then everyone could see your question. Thank you. Awesome. So moving forward, how do you recommend, because I know sometimes artists, with you being in this position of leadership, sometimes artists may approach you in all different types of ways. So how do you recommend that an artist, an actor, or whatever the case might be, how do they go about building a personal relationship with you?
With me directly?
In reference to, like, if they wanted to have you represent them, for example, how would they go about doing that? Because some of them can go about it in some different types of ways.
Right. Well, I'm pretty easy in regards to, you can shoot me out via email. If you, I guess I say DM me on the Instagram or what have you.
Right.
You can do that. I've had clients that have contacted me, and then of course I get a lot of referrals. So yeah.
Right. Awesome. Okay, nice. Now, I know that, again, you being in this place, you kind of spoke to being in Atlanta, being in LA, and being in the South, and some of those different challenges that you face. But can you kind of speak to some of your adversities that you had to overcome, maybe to inspire someone else that wants to be in your position as a manager? You know, is there any advice that you can leave for them?
I most certainly can. One of the things that you cannot do, you can't hold your feelings on your sleeves. Okay. People are going to tell you no. People are not going to like you. Okay. People are rude. Don't take it personal. It ain't about you. It's the bottom line is when you're dealing with people that, may I say, of status or with a lot on their plate or what have you, they don't have time for the BS. Okay. You do have those that are, may feel like they're a little entitled, but respect the process. Never complain. Don't talk about nobody.
Right.
Okay. And
because words,
the main thing is, yes, and just keep going. Don't give up. I see so many of the young actors, they get this idea, I'm going to be an actor and I'm going to do this. Listen, it's a process. And those that we've seen on TV, you don't know their story. The majority have been grinding for 7 to 10 years before they got their first break. It's really true. So don't think that you're going to be an overnight story. If that is, it's 1 in a million. It's a blessing, counted as such, but that ain't the reality.
Right. I love that. Those are some solid gems and nuggets that you just left with us. Thank you so much for that. So if you can go back in time and maybe give your younger self some advice, what is it that you'd say to her, the younger version of yourself?
Lord, be patient. Be patient. Learn to be quiet at times. Take the time out to be what is it? Quick to, be slow to speak and learn to listen. It's very important.
I love that. Even that resonated with me. I'm taking that advice and putting it in my bank account.
Thank you.
I love that. In my actors and in my life journey bank account as well. Awesome. So can you kind of speak to what do you look for in talent when you're creating your roster, whatever the case might be, to diversify it? What do you look for in your talent?
One of the things is the potential, and they have good acting. Are you coachable? Very important for a manager. Communication and the true dedication to do this, because some people think, I got this credit, or I think I'm good. And acting is like a muscle. You got to work it, and you are never above training. And I've had some actors that come to me, I did this, that, and that. Well, hold on. It evolves and it changes. And if you want to keep your career and keep things healthy, you got to stay active, and you have got to train. And if you're not willing to do that, and you can't communicate, and then of course, attitude is very key and important to me. So those things.
That's awesome. I love that. Now, during these times of uncertainty, a lot of actors, you're not really sure what's going on. For some actors, auditions have picked back up. For others, not so much. So what do you think are some things that actors could be doing during this time that we're in quarantine and we're kind of uncertain about the industry?
Okay. Right now, I think it's very important, like I said. The acting classes have been amazing by doing a lot of stuff online. Get in one. Be prepared. Just stay on the grind, because I'm gonna be honest with you right now, if you would have asked me that last month, I would have said something differently. But as it stands right now, things are really picking up, and even for a lot for non-union actors. Be ready. This is your opportunity to grab something, no matter the pricing of it, but to grab something to get some really good reels. You want to make sure that your headshots are on point. This is a good time to start doing that. If you're not happy with your agency, some are kind of looking, but because things are it's starting to pick up, Some may be like, yeah, I don't have time, but there's some that's still kind of looking, because it is very uncertain on what's going on. But it's just really important to be out there, be prepared, be ready. If you have certain casting directors that you may have had contact with, it's really good for you to go ahead and try to reach back out to them now. So stuff like that. Just continue to work as if nothing has not changed.
Right. That's awesome advice. Very good. I love that. So if it was like 3 tips that you would leave with a fellow artist, like 3 tips, not necessarily what they could be doing during this time, but just in general, 3 goals, 3 tips that you leave for an actor and an artist, what is 3 things that you say that they should be doing?
Continue to believe in yourself. Be true to who you are. Don't compromise.
Love that. Wow. That is so good. That is really, really good. I love that. I love that. So are you currently working on any projects? I know you said you had a lot of auditions going out for actors and things of that sort. Are you really busy? Are your hands currently tied up?
Yeah, actually, yes. In fact, I have a couple of auditions that I have to look at to get ready to get uploaded. I'm in the process. I have a few actors that I am replacing with new agencies. So,
nice.
So I've got to do those follow-up calls. I have some pitches that I did, so I'm going to do some follow-up emails, because right now, in all honesty, it's kind of hard to get any casting directors on the phone unless you know them personally, So, just I'm still working. I got some submissions to do, so yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Awesome. And your day as a manager, when you wake up, is it kind of just phone calls, submissions, follow-ups? What does your day usually look like?
Submissions, call, all of that, everything. And then of course because I'm always talking to my clients, so something may come up, and I need to speak with them. We got to talk to them. I'm looking at this, yeah. And then of course on a day-to-day, first of all, and I did not speak on that, but my office only been open for a year.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Didn't even know that.
Yeah, so MB Talent is still fairly new.
Okay.
So with that being said, of course, it's very important for me to still constantly keep in contact with folks and let them know, hey, A, B, C, and D, this is what we're doing. How are you doing? And I just started really working on the social media, because a few of my clients was like, we need to get this up. And I had one of my clients working on it, but his is growing, and and his business is growing. So I was like, well, I guess I need to go on and just do this on my own. So, trying to do that, and but just making it a quality, but my main thing is getting my clients into those audition rooms. So that is where I'm constantly focused at, is making sure I get my submissions in on time, making sure I contact and do my pitch emails, and and then of course I've always asked my clients what offices they want to get in. So then of course I'm creating strategy emails and calls to send over to get those meetings. And then of course with training, I'm looking at certain people to come in and do sessions with them and stuff. So no, I'm busy.
Awesome. Yeah. That's awesome. That's amazing. So you kind of spoke earlier about you do the branding you work on branding for your clients and things of that sort. What would you suggest an artist should be doing in reference to pretty much solidifying their brand, or what are some different tips that you think that they should be doing to help build their brand?
Okay, first and foremost, we all know, unfortunately, in this time, have your social media. It is so important.
Yeah.
Make sure that you are taking the time out to try to reach at least 5 people a day towards that goal of what you're trying to reach, to get to. You understand what I'm saying? And try to leave a good impression on everybody that you talk to. And you got to keep working it. It's as simple as that. Constantly keep working it. Always look wherever you at. There's going to possibly be some type of opportunity to help you build. So, don't allow anything to slip by while you're having fun. You get what I'm saying?
Right. I love that. Well, you know, Michelle, you dropped a ton of different gems and nuggets on us. We truly, truly appreciate you coming on here, taking your time out of your day to share this knowledge, all the different skills and the things that you've learned within the industry. Thank you for pouring that into our platform. And again, hundreds of people watch our lives on our replay. So if they didn't catch it here, they'll catch it on our final cut, which we'll email to you as well. So we just want to say thank you so much on behalf of F.A.T.E Global, the Foundation for Artistic Talent and Empowerment, for coming on here. Our nonprofit, our mission is just pretty much to become everything we never had to other people. So we weren't presented with so many opportunities growing up as an artist, but we can be that for other people. So we just want to say thank you so much again for your time. And
well, I appreciate you having me. Thank you very much, and absolutely enjoyed it. And you continue the great work that you guys are doing. That's a blessing to have this platform.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Michelle. Well, we hope to, a lot of people are saying thank you, Michelle. That was so helpful. We're getting a lot of in the comments. Yeah, connect with Michelle. I dropped her Instagram handle there. We also dropped my Instagram handle as well as the F.A.T.E Global Instagram handle. So continue to connect and grow with us. She talked about a ton of different things. If you're an artist, how she got into the industry and different things you can do to advance yourself within the industry. So take her advice and use it. Again, Michelle, thank you so much. You wear your crown extremely well, Queen. Thank you for coming on here with us.
Thank you very much. You be blessed and have a good one, okay?
All right, you too. Bye-bye.
All righty. Bye-bye.